Guys, I can't believe we all survived.
Survived what? What does that mean?
Well, we've all been on our separate Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants journeys.
Ours overlap.
Yeah, a little bit. And yet we survived to make it back to answer for it.
I'm thrilled. Did you guys get stuck in the storm? You left before the storm, right?
We're always leaving before the storm. Some people wonder if maybe we are the storm.
Mm-hmm. How was New York? Did you get some of those famous New York clams?
Yeah. We went to a genuine New York clam buffet.
Well, that's why you do the show. Why are you going to the East Coast if you're not getting the clams?
That's true.
Yeah.
We went to New York. We did an Answer For It live show from New York. Not the podcast that you're listening to, but the live show that inspired the podcast that you're listening to. And it was a lot of fun. We had a blast and it was great. And unlike the times you guys have done the show with us at Dynasty Typewriter in LA, we had no time constraints. So I didn't have to rush everyone to finish it before 7 o'clock or whatever.
How long did it last?
It was like a 2-hour show,
That's
right?
too long.
We went about 2 hours.
Too long.
Yeah, it was great. People had a blast.
Would never.
Well, you're welcome. Those clams will get warm 2-hour show.
AJ was in New York too for Comic-Con, and it was like an episode of a sitcom where we did we went to New York for this episode.
Yeah, I was Carl Winslow, obviously, and I kept going, "We're here, Harriet. Can you believe it? We're here."
Yeah.
And I went to Lansing, Michigan and filmed my own seat plot because I had to, film my own stuff because I was, like pregnant or something.
Yeah.
We couldn't show
the regular
you.
Set.
Yeah. Had to hide you behind a purse.
Big puffy coats.
Yeah. Zach, you went there to give an inspirational speech.
Yes. And I met some Answer For It, Funhouse fans. And I talked about Answer For It. I was just saying, because the speech spans my whole career, but I don't mention any of you.
And we're not part of your career.
And I was like, I still haven't found a way to work any of the things that I do with James, Elise, or AJ into in like a motivational speech.
What would it take?
What would it take? Some level of success for this podcast, I think.
Yeah, it'd have to be income, right? Like you'd have to have made money from it in some way.
I would have to say, look what I'm doing now, instead of look what I'm doing now.
That sounds like it's on you.
Yeah, what if AJ saved your life?
I could do that. Could we set up some sort of like Munchausen by proxy situation where I make your life awful and then save you and I get to feel really good about myself?
I mean, I think here's the problem. Depending on the scenario, if you were coming, maybe Munchausen, we could make it work. But if it was anything like if I was drowning and I saw you swimming and you were just like, hello, I would just go back under, like as soon as I could. I'd be like, nice try, but
let's get this drowning started.
Oh my God.
We can't do anymore. We're getting comments from people saying that they're tired of Mike Myers.
We didn't get comments. We got comments.
We got one comment from someone that said this podcast is stale. Too much Mike Myers.
How
dare they? Well, I got nothing for you. I did get to hang out with friend of the podcast, my mom, for 2 days. That was exciting. Got to hear her comment in an endless stream throughout New Jersey without any stops whatsoever for 48 hours going, look at that. What is that? Honey? Bees make honey. I love honey. What's that over there? Is that caramels? Love caramels. Oh, those look really good. Just wanted you to know that's what I spent the last 2 days doing. She's a good close friend of the podcast for those who haven't listened.
Did you talk with her about the podcast?
I did. She loves it. She was telling my Uncle Lawrence, she's like, you got to listen to the episode where Abraham Lincoln, he's posthumously took down the luge. He's doing the luge. He's going, oh, I'm on the luge.
That's like episode 3.
Yeah, it's an old episode.
You can stop
you're just we peaked too early for your mom.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Much like life. You as a person.
Yeah, you used to be so cute. Hey, welcome to Answer For It. I'm Elise Willems.
And I'm AJ LaCasio. Boy, I love my mom.
Love me, mommy.
I'm Zach Anner. And even though I don't think of my relationship with any of the rest of you as important to my career, I still love doing this podcast and love all of you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Thank you, Zach.
And I'm James Willems, and I want a divorce.
Oh, no.
You heard it here first, folks. It's an exclusive divorce. Answer For It divorce.
The first one.
You gotta honor it. You gotta honor it for the bit.
It's on the record.
Hey, I got to do the bit. I didn't go to all those improv classes for nothing. Oh, wait, I never went to improv classes.
He's just naturally that good. Elise, please help us.
I guess we've got to yes and this divorce.
Is that how that works? Can I get you guys to yes and anything?
So, speaking of divorce.
Okay.
Let's see how it flows.
Speaking of divorce, we're all aware of one of music's most famous divorces, the Beatles.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
But, let's take things back to when they first met. I would love to know, where did John Lennon meet Paul McCartney? Under what circumstances did John Lennon meet Paul McCartney? How did these two musical giants meet?
I mean, I watched the movie about their life.
So know.
So, I mean, no, I don't remember it exactly because I thought it was at school.
Let's be clear, you watch K-pop Demon Hunter.
Yeah, they're my Beatles. Huntrix is my Beatles.
So the first time they met, maybe it was during like a public execution. One turned to the other, went first time.
The last public execution happened in France in the 70s.
So that could have been one of them. Could have been both of them. What crime did you commit, Paul? I don't know, George. Probably the same crime you did.
So wait, they were both being executed and they met?
Yeah.
And
then
still formed the Beatles?
No, they're being executed.
Why are they being executed?
It's the James Franco gif that I have no context for.
Was it the kind of thing where the executioner was like, hey, if I heard a really good song, that might make me not want to execute.
I won't kill no more.
Yeah.
Quick, want to come up with a good ditty?
Quick, Paul, harmonize with me.
I think it's called Love Me Do, Behead Me Not. Wait.
Wow.
I guess we could sing a little song about the crow.
Don't want to die in the dead of night. Well, a public execution, final answer. Okay. No, how did they meet? They probably met just like as little blokes in school. They went to the same boarding school and they were beat by the same teacher with the same ruler. And they're hiding under the desk with their fannies out. Actually, I guess that means something different in England. With their heinies out going, please no more. Nun teacher. We can't, our hearts can't take it no more.
It still sounds like Mike Myers. We've somehow gotten back to it. It sounds like he's turning it into Mike Myers.
I also like that AJ improvising with himself is basically that. They do it on Whose Line It Is Anyway, where Drew Carey would be like, switch it up. And then they would like switch in a new answer, but AJ's just like switching in his own new answers.
He's just throwing everything at the wall. Yeah.
This is how my brain works. It's broken.
You seem like you have something to say, Zach.
I think I seem to recall that they met like in a lunchroom or a schoolyard, and John Lennon was drunk as a teenager and asked Paul to like join his band, or like said something like prophetic, like we're gonna create the greatest band ever.
We're going to
What
live
do I know?
forever.
Yeah.
Was it a talent show? I thought they both went to a little community talent show and performed. They both
Pink
performed
Floyd,
separately.
they did Dark Side of the Moon. And
Yeah. Because then shortly after, I remember they ran into George, but George is younger than the two of them, a couple years younger. So he was this like little baby with a guitar.
Who were the two that are meeting? It was Paul and who?
Paul and John.
Paul and John.
yeah.
Sorry, I was hanging George and Paul.
So I
And then
know
the
it was
original
two of them.
drummer, he didn't factor in.
Best.
Pete Best.
Yeah, the least cool sounding of the Beatles, but arguably the best.
He probably wanted to make the Bestals.
The best, yeah. My
Yeah.
favorite
This
Halloween.
whole band should be named after me, not
Yeah.
some stupid bug.
do you know he had a whole career doing Beatles songs?
I mean, I would hope
Like-
so. What
Was
is
it just the
his other
backtrack
career
though?
gonna be?
It's just the drum parts
He
though.
just, this is how I played.
Yeah.
This is how I would have done it.
Elise and I saw Ringo, and a lot of his concert is him playing Beatles songs, but the drums, and then just
Yeah.
getting a whole nother group of people that aren't the Beatles to play the rest of it. So I wouldn't blame him.
So we're all agreement that it's when they were young in school in some degree, to some degree, but Zach is saying that George was hammered, or John
No, John was hammered.
was hammered at what?
He was a little
13?
bit of a delinquent, I believe.
Oh,
I believe he was kind of a bad boy.
I won't do maths. I don't believe in it.
So John was 16 and Paul was 15 and Ringo was out to lunch. And they met at St. Peter's Woolton's Parish Church in Liverpool. John was playing with the Quarrymen at a church garden party thing. And to what Zach said, apparently Paul McCartney said that John's breath tasted like beer. Like he seemed like he was drunk when they met.
Were they making out?
No, you taste like beer.
You taste a little of beer. Also, Ringo being out to lunch, was he literally eating a sandwich or was he insane? What was
I think he was not a
He
factor.
didn't come on till later. Yeah. There was a couple years.
Isn't saying out to lunch mean he's nuts? So there was a
Does
period
it?
of time where he lacked lucidity. He was just kind of like, "Ugh, give me a drum to hit."
If it does, I've been using it wrong for a while now.
Yeah, this is, I
It's
believe,
my
out to
boofing.
lunch is
This
like,
is your Biff Boof.
Yeah.
your Biff Boof Pop.
So the summary is that they met at church, a performance
church party, yeah.
at church. Okay.
You know,
All right.
it's okay. So, random fact, just seconds before we started this podcast, I got a text that said it was people from the Liverpool Comic-Con making requests for who they want to be the guest. And this person sent me the chat and it just says my name over and over again, which is very flattering. So we should maybe not air this episode just because I don't think they're going to want me after they hear my Liverpool accent.
They're going to want you even more now.
Are they?
Yeah.
I'm more
Those
than
are my
you.
Yeah.
Hello, fellow
Yeah.
Liverpoolians.
Also, I don't know if that's a fact. That's just something that happened to you.
Well, it's just a weird coincidence that happened like literally seconds before we started the podcast. And Elise was like, let's talk about Liverpool.
That's not a random fact. That's you bragging.
Let me
That's
talk about
information
everyone
that you
listening to
can
me.
learn.
I mean, future AJ Locasio biographers will use this episode as, they'll pull that from
To
it.
prove my narcissism. They only sectioned off the place where I was mentioned. I'm sure the entire chat is not me. It's probably actually famous people who do a really good Liverpool accent.
I think it's pretty good.
You can cut all of this to save face, but secretly keep it all in so
I'm
people
gonna
know
keep
what a
it.
narcissist is.
Yeah, they'll love it.
Keep it.
People love narcissists.
Hey, if you want to hear my Liverpool accent, you got to invite me to Comic-Con for all the work I've done.
Any Comic-Con? It's like in San Diego. You'll do the Liverpool accent.
I'll go. I'll do it my Liverpool accent all the way in the New Jersey Comic-Con.
Ah, nice.
We'll get the
Speaking of-
clam shipped in.
Wow. See, speaking of liver, I've never seen anyone house a plate of liver, but we went to a French restaurant in New York, and Elise, you went, I will have the liver and onions, and it's one of the bravest things I've ever seen.
It may be my downfall because I don't think my stomach's been the same since.
It's also just, to me, that's the thing that in that one Doug episode, he had to build up the confidence to eat liver and onions. And you just went, I shall take. Yeah, there's a whole episode about it where the liver and onions become sentient and they're like, please don't eat us. Maybe that's sushi. I don't know.
What else was on the menu that became your first choice?
I ate a lot of liver and onions when I was a kid because it's a soft meat. It's an easily chewable meat.
And as we know, Elise had no teeth for most of her life.
Yeah, no hard foods for Elise.
I've got the teeth of a stegosaurus. I can't chew through. Well, no, they're omnivores. Am I wrong?
Yeah, they're herbivores, I think.
Are they strictly herbivore or they're not?
I think the stegosaurus is.
So you have to eat meat that's a plant texture?
Pretty much, yeah. It's gotta be soft to the teeth. Well,
So glad
I mean, did you try it there at the restaurant?
I'm horrified by liver. It freaks me out.
Oh, okay.
It's I don't know. Anything that's named exactly what it is, loin, heart, liver, I'm good.
How do we feel about eating meats that are part of like the digestive process of an animal?
Like tripe. Won't touch it.
Well, eating the
Taste the
stomach
stuff.
of something or eating the intestine of something.
You mean like a
seems
haggis?
It seems redundant. We're sending it back around again. We're forcing our intestine to process something else's intestine.
Not eating all parts of the buffalo would be insulting to Zach.
Yeah, you got to eat all parts of the buffalo. If we've learned anything from Dances with Wolves, it's that when you kill the Tatanka, you eat all of it.
I've never seen it.
All I learned from Dances with Wolves, the one time I saw it when I was very young, is that sometimes movies take forever. It was the longest movie I believe I had ever seen at that point in time. And I remember thinking that it felt as though it took multiple days to get through, but it wasn't.
I remember getting it free with a meal at McDonald's in the early
Dances with
90s
Wolves?
on VHS. And I was like, I had a choice between that and some other movies, but I chose Dances with Wolves because it was the longest and I thought it was the best value.
Was that a Happy Meal toy? Was Dances with Wolves?
A misery meal? Yeah.
For some reason, and I feel like we're going to have to research this, but there was a time period where VHSs would come with McDonald's meals.
You're not wrong. That is true. That is a thing.
Yeah.
But it was rarely like, here's Glory and Amistad. It was not usually a movie
my McDonald's had Dances with Wolves.
So here it is.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Here it is. McDonald's Holiday Film Fest was an annual event from 1991 to 1994. You had to buy some of the movies.
But they were cheaper. It was like
cheaper.
$14 versus $60.
It was like $5.99, $6.99 for a movie. But wait, there was a Dances with Wolves controversy. All the tapes were marked with the McDonald's logo and a not for resale label. But apparently in 1992, with the Dances with Wolves promotion, various VHS tape retailers were upset over the partnership between McDonald's and Orion Home Video. Making this and other films available for such a low price at McDonald's meant retailers lost out on potential sales. Wow.
Yeah.
Also, what's less Dances with Wolves than being sold at McDonald's? That feels like such a not cool move. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was the 90s.
Yeah.
There's a commercial for Ghost. You could get it says, get Ghost for only $5.99 when you buy any large sandwich.
Why is that so funny?
I don't know. The image for it is really great too.
I do.
There's a big McDonald's. There's a big golden arches on the back of the box as well.
In 2007, Big Candy, aka the Candy Lobby, after decades of lobbying, finally pushed through a major change that would impact the lives of North Americans. What was it?
I feel like I know this, but I'll let people come up with fake answers. But I feel like there's only one thing it's got to be.
I think I know this as well.
It all rests on James. James, who
it's just interesting
I might be wrong.
hates candy.
The candy industry has so much that they need to lobby the government for their candy needs. Is this related to Nestle's war crimes?
No.
No? Okay. It was to officially determine what constitutes king size.
Now
You can't just put king size on a wrapper and claim that it's big. It has to have a certain proportionate size difference between standard size to be able to label king. And everyone agreed that was great.
How come there's not been California King candy bars?
They're
Would that
wider.
be slightly longer or wider?
They'd be slightly longer, but not quite as wide.
When you said that, I'm picturing some Southern lawyer in a white suit go, now, look here, see, would you say this is a king size? And he's holding up a little baby Milky Way. Because I say not, sir. This is not a king size. Now this pulls out a giant bar. That's a king size.
I guess the question is, why would the candy lobby to force themselves to sell more candy?
Yeah, larger size. We could charge a premium. Maybe this lawyer is in defense of whatever the other side is. They can't just call this a king size.
I got a lot of problems with modern candy sizing. Because you go buy a bag of Halloween treats now, they got the bite size in there. It's not the fun size anymore.
So is it bite size, fun size, normal size, king size?
Bite size, fun size, and there's a shrinkification of the candy bar. The standard size candy bar is not the same size as it was when we were growing up. The Snickers is smaller. It's significantly smaller.
All right, keep your voice down. They might be listening.
That's
and
true.
Then, keep your voice down.
And then also, have you noticed this? It's not a king size anymore. I mean, Payday has a king size still, but most of them have those 2 little bars inside. It's no longer one big bar.
If we're talking about candy and you say to us, have you noticed this? The answer is probably no, we haven't, but it makes sense that you have.
I do hate the broken in the middle bar because I always think, A, I'm getting less candy, and B, I think, oh, great, I got a broken one. And then I realize it's by design. Like I think $100 does that, where it's 2 small bars, where it just means you're going to get to the bottom of that middle one and it's going to either fall out or I just don't like it.
I don't like the risk of my candy falling out on the ground, which has happened multiple times.
I hate to be the one who brings up the whole nutritional aspect, but in the trailer for this show, this is exactly the kind of thing I was talking about. There's probably rationale between saying it's 2 servings. You want so much in one wrapper. Thank God for you. But we can't say it's 1 bar. That's it. We have to delineate it for you so you know it's 2 servings that you're getting of 100 grams.
That's what a bite is called. We don't need to be putting breaking them up with it. It's like when you try and separate conjoined twins, it's too risky.
Are you agreeing with me or not? I can't tell.
I'm confused as well.
Are you agreeing with me or not? You're saying...
I don't even know. I just feel like I have very strong opinions and they will... This train has left the station and will not consider your points, even if they're the exact same.
The train left the station several episodes ago, for sure. Yes.
So what did the candy lobby do?
Chocolate.
I have a real answer.
I do too. Do you also think it's chocolate, Zach?
Of like making the chocolate less chocolate. It's in that vein, but I thought it was more of you can do high fructose corn syrup instead of real sugar.
But that would have been pretty late. 2002, we would have already been anti-high
2007.
2007, but it would have been even later. I think I got this. I think I know what it is because I feel like I remember complaining about it in a grocery store in New York, and a guy was like, "Did you know?" I think it's Nestle changed or Hershey changed the definition of what constitutes as chocolate, and you're allowed to use, like, if you look at what chocolate is, it's like lecithin and waxes and Karuba wax, and it only needs to contain like a really ridiculously small amount of cocoa to be considered chocolate because it's cheaper. And that was at least something that did happen at some point. I don't know if it happened in 2007, but
I can't say for certain. I believe you. I believe you both that these things happened. But in 2007, what happened was that they were a big part of the push for the end of daylight savings to be pushed back a week.
Whoa. What?
Whoa. Because of Halloween?
Because of Halloween. So the candy lobby, as early as the 1980s, was advocating for daylight savings to move from the last Sunday in October to the 1st in November, because they believed that an extra hour of trick-or-treating in daylight would spur more candy sales. And they also felt like, oh, kids are not going out when it's so dark. So, there's less danger happening for them. So they were a big part of that move, which
That's
I guess
awesome.
like for me, I really didn't clock that like daylight savings moved in that way.
Well, you know why? Because it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
we
matter.
need to get rid of it completely.
Yes,
if you can
please.
just arbitrarily move it around on weeks, it's clearly not something we need as a society. Get rid of it all together.
Wholeheartedly agree. I love that actually, though. What the idea that they were like, you know what? Make it so there'd be more sunlight so that people can go trick or treating. So there's more candy consumption. I'm all behind this.
Yeah.
I love that so much. I don't love the chocolate thing I mentioned.
How much money they spent to how much money do you have to pay a lobbyist to go and argue that on your behalf if you're Hershey's or M&M Mars and do they all come together, the big candy? And they're like, we're usually competitors, but we can align on this. And like Smarties, we know you can't chip in as much, but you'll still benefit.
And how do we get to be the lobbyists, me and Zach? Because we'll go in.
Yeah.
We'll be called Anner, and we'll go in and we'll...
Hold on. I just want to prepare you that this is the one thing you would lobby for that you might actually be on board with. Everything else that comes across your desk that you're going to have to lobby for on behalf of the candy company is going to be real bad.
Yeah, we have what's the word? Scruples. We're waiting for this one to come around again. Let's make it earlier.
Scruples being the newest candy bar made by Wonka.
Scruples sounds like it would have raisins in it.
On the subject of bribery, Zach, do you think they bribe them in chocolate?
Oh.
No, I think it's money.
They threatened him with chocolate. Maybe they said, we'll turn your entire family into chocolate if you don't do this. Well, like there was that one book, The Midas Touch, but it was a kid that everything he touched turned to chocolate. Did anyone else read this? I forget what it was called. It was like the chocolate touch, and he loved chocolate so much he wished he could eat it all the time. So anytime he put anything in his mouth, it would turn to chocolate. So by halfway through the book, he's like, I'm so sick of chocolate. I'm the only one that read this. Okay.
How many people did he murder with this superpower?
He just kept biting people, and maybe that's how it ends. He's like, I kissed my puppy and it turned to chocolate.
We come from the land of chocolate.
That was 10 minutes ago.
What happened over there?
I dropped a coffee cup, but it landed.
Face down. So all the coffee is sealed. As long as no one moves it ever again, the coffee will remain sealed within the upside down cup.
What a miracle. It's Schrodinger's coffee cup.
It's wonderful.
No, there's definitely coffee in there.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
It's not Schrodinger's because we know there's coffee in it waiting to get out.
Elise, is this secretly a Halloween themed episode?
I mean, it's still going to go up before Halloween, so we can sneak a few things in there. Soft Halloween.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, so also shout out to Casey, who made us a Halloween version of our theme song.
Casey Edwards is a genius. He did the trailer music for my Spoops book. He did the Spooky Fresh score. He did he did something you were working on as well that I don't think we're allowed to talk about yet. But he's and he does all the Devil May Cry music.
Yeah,
and he's a game composer. Genius.
Composer Casey.
Composer Casey
is on Instagram and YouTube, I believe. He has some really cool stuff on YouTube too.
Yeah, he's a spooky genius.
I wonder if Casey would know what some of the first kinds of ice hockey pucks were made out of.
Human skulls.
Yeah, I thought bone. I immediately thought bone.
Ice hockey puck. Where was ice hockey start? Well, that might give it away. But where was ice hockey started? Do we know, or do we think we know?
Canada.
I would hope Canada. That's their whole personality.
Yeah.
Goose eggs. It would be something like, oh, it's a delicate goose egg.
I always thought as I was watching hockey in Buffalo growing up that a hockey puck looked like something I should be able to eat. Like
a Hostess cake. It does look like those. What are those things? There are Hostess cakes that are shaped like that.
Yeah, like
or Star Crunch.
It looked like something that I would at least try to put in my mouth.
That's
Give
why
it
you
to
were
us
a
on
very
it.
problematic child. No, Zach, no. Just constantly munching on inanimate objects.
What is it made out of today? Do we know?
That's a great question.
Probably a polymer, some sort of polymer.
I'm going to say a vinyl or a some sort of like hard vinyl.
Vulcanized rubber.
Vulcanized
that's the
rubber. It's
obvious
always
answer.
vulcanized rubber.
Yeah.
So if it was actually like metamorphic rock at first,
Yeah,
like we gotta,
it's volcanic rock.
We gotta put the volcano in here somewhere.
You have to think about the evolution of the sport. Frozen lake. People just kind of slide out there. They think it's fun to knock something around. What's going to land onto that frozen lake that they just start hitting it
Shit.
with? That they
pine
can
cone.
think,
A pine cone.
I think it's some
like
sort of
Winnie the
shit.
Pooh.
It's got to be some sort of frozen shit.
oh, yeah, poop. Maybe some poop.
I went with something beautiful and cute, and you went with frozen doo-doo.
I got it on the brain.
Maybe a amputated beaver tail.
Oh, just like Mother used to make.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
amputated beaver
sad.
tail.
So,
Yeah.
so if the puck went through the ice and they couldn't get it, they had to just amputate another beaver.
Well, they have a bunch of amputated beaver tails in the wings. It's not like they have to go find a beaver to keep the game going. They got 4 or 5 banked.
We almost sent the beaver to extinction because we were mining them for hockey pucks.
And it's not just one tail. It's not like you cut off the tail and you can get one tail and you use a cookie cutter to pop out probably 6 or 7 from one beaver.
How big do you think a beaver tail is? That's a big ass beaver tail.
Yeah,
6 or
they
7.
breed them big up in Canada.
Let's
All
not
right. That's a
slander
giant beaver.
Canadians. I think that they were helping these beaver tails had tumors and they were saving the beavers.
Big Hockey also was breeding beavers to have cancer. That's the issue. They
I
were
hate
breeding
this.
cancerous beavers so they could come in afterwards and say, hey, we're helping the beavers out.
Big Hockey lobbied to make the beavers drink from Love Canal and Lake Erie, and they so that they could have more hockey pucks.
I'm going to give this one to Zach.
Oh.
Because the earliest pucks in hockey were informal objects like stones, lumps of coal, or frozen balls of cow dung.
Fantastic.
Wow. Not pine cones? I feel like pine cone, you could slide a pine cone in there somewhere. Was it Winnie the
Yeah,
Pooh
but
or Charlie Brown that
You
did?
can really shape and smooth cow dung.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
mold it
just
to
like
your
in
needs.
Ghost. That's what they were doing. in
When
Ghost.
did they formalize the puck shape? Do we know anything about that?
You Google it. When did hockey formalize puck
The
shape?
puck shape seems like something that would happen normally
Slamming
over
an
time.
object. Yeah.
Just by sliding it and hitting it and pushing it, it would eventually, like a planet
Yeah.
in space, form into the shape of a puck.
In
pond
1940, a guy named Art Ross standardized the modern vulcanized rubber puck, and it was 6 ounces became the standard.
Wow.
I was hoping you were going to say Art Puck or something like this is named after
A
me.
mischief-making builder came in and said,
Yeah,
I
builder.
will find a simple way to make you both fall in love and hockey fun.
Do you want to know some of the other movies that McDonald's sold?
Yes.
I was
absolutely.
looking at a list of them, but
I feel
go
like
ahead,
Lost
yeah.
World. Oh no, Lost World would have been Burger King. Sorry, go ahead.
Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, $5.99 with purchase of any large sandwich.
Hell
Yeah.
Babes in Toyland.
Which
Mhm.
one? One from the 60s?
The Drew Barrymore one?
Yeah.
There's a Drew Barrymore Babes in Toyland?
Oh yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels,
Oh,
Addams
yep,
Family.
we got Dirty Rotten Scoundrels from McDonald's too.
Wow. I do remember the Addams Family being sold there and that being a big deal.
Wayne's World.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Five Goes West, Back to the Future.
We got Back to the Future at
Ghost.
McDonald's too.
All right. What was it like being wealthy?
Yeah.
It sounds
We
like
got
he
that one.
wasn't. If the whole controversy was that they were selling these VHSs for so cheap that other retailers were getting pissed off, it sounds like Zach is just confirming how poor he was growing
I'm
up.
realizing
was it like being
now
so-
that all the movies I watched were McDonald's purchases.
They're all classic films now, though. That's the funny thing is it's not like any of these are throwaway movies. They're all just like, that was a fantastic film.
They nailed it. Field of Dreams and Land Before Time.
We got that one. Field of Dreams. We got that one in the McDonald's too.
Did they have something special on the cover? Was it the same cover, but there was a little stamp of the arches, or was it like
on
incorporated?
The back, on the ones I found on the back, there's a little McDonald's arch indicating where you purchased it from.
That's beautiful.
So that way, no one confuses you for being someone with money.
And it would still. I remember the boxes of the videos would still smell like the fries.
Do you still have these back home?
Yeah.
Do you think you could ask your mom to smell them?
Yes.
Yes, I thought that sentence was
going. No, I didn't think that's where it was going.
She's in Spain right now, but as soon as she gets back,
could she actually? Could she end her trip a little quick? Like come home a couple days early because we really want to know if it still smells like fries.
Yeah. Don't tell her why. Just say, "Mom, it's an emergency. I need you back in the U.S. right now."
Yeah,
and then ghost her. And then when she gets back, it'd be like, "Can you smell them boxes for some
I smell
boy?
Field of Dreams. Does it smell like fries?
Does it smell like the beef tallow they boil those potatoes in?"
Oh, man. So many great memories of those 6 films.
No, I don't think that's
the only 6 you're allowed to watch. Ronald McDonald approved movies.
What was the name of the comic strip that Charles Schultz wrote that was the predecessor to Peanuts?
Oh, that's a very good question. I feel like I should know this as a huge Peanuts fan, but sadly, I don't know. It's called Almonds.
Zach's not even wearing his Cowboy Snoopy shirt today.
I didn't know there was going to be a Peanuts question.
Well, you should always assume.
Yeah. It was called Cashews. It wasn't as universally appealing because back then people were like, what is a cashew?
It was called Spoops.
Hey.
And he's like, I have faith in this name. Maybe being 1950, people don't understand it, but someday people will get it.
That's when I'll sue. That's what he said. The Schultz estate has been, biding its time.
I have the last ever Peanuts comic framed in my baby box, kind of. It's not really a baby box, just stuff that I keep that's precious to me. And I cut it out of the newspaper and framed it.
Yeah, I want to point out here, AJ was home in Jersey. He was sending us pictures of his baby box. And as one does with their adult friends.
Yes.
And a lot of the entire Austin Powers trilogy made it into this baby box.
Well, Goldmember wasn't there, but it was the first 2. Yeah, my mom was like, I saved all your baby things. And it's like my booties I used to wear, my birth certificate, a blanket that I used to have, and then Austin Powers 1 and 2 on VHS. Which I don't. There was a Beatrix Potter VHS, which I did watch as a baby, and I looked at the box. I was like, "Mom, what is going on here?" And she's like, "Do you like those movies?" And I was like, "Yeah, but not so much that they should be in my baby box." I was quite a shock.
I don't want to engage in Austin Powers talk because I know where it leads, and I don't know if we could take one more negative comment. But I do remember, Spy Who Shagged Me was the first DVD I ever got. I had Austin Powers 1 on VHS, Austin Powers 2 on DVD.
Can I pause this for a second? Because I have a question for Elise. Elise, did you receive anything in the mail recently?
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay. Just curious. No mail at all?
I did. AJ bought me something that was delivered in a Wild Planet Wild White Anchovy and extra virgin olive oil box. That's what this precious cargo is wrapped in. It was this weird Austin Powers figure. I actually didn't take a photo of it. I need to.
It's a doll. It's a
doll. It's like a felt fabric stuffed doll that looks like Austin Powers.
I saw it. So I was doing a deep eBay search for Austin Powers masks because they were making me laugh, and I kept going, and I somehow stumbled on this doll, and I laughed at how messed up it was. And I tried looking at newer ones, not as funny. This one was specifically so well worn and so loved that I teared up, and then I was like, I'm making an offer on this. And when I messaged the dude who sent it from Hawaii, I said, can you put it in your worst box? And he said, I got you, dude. And so I didn't know what it was. I said, can you wrap it as horribly as possible? He's like, don't worry, I did. So I'm thrilled that this is now part of your life, but it looks
I thought a serial killer mailed me something at first.
It's true.
So I was like, what the hell is this?
It turns out one did.
Please share a photo of this thing.
Do we?
I can go get it.
I don't like that there's a section by our front door that had a single Austin Powers figure.
Yeah.
That AJ had gotten us, and it has a little voice box, and
My
it was
mom
a kitschy
sent
thing.
it to me. My mom sent
And
that
we-
to me.
We were like, okay, we'll put this thing up, but it just was by the door. Then we had some other friends who came and stayed with us, saw it, thought it was so funny that they went out and they got a Vanessa figure from the same line of toys and sent that to us. So now we're going, okay, well, this is a funny little bit. We'll have the two things side by side. This officially makes it a collection, and I am not okay with that.
Well, now let's at least please reveal to the people your prized possession. This is the one thing she keeps in the divorce. Oh, the hands. Can we?
It's so oversized. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. So for anyone who's listening, the outfit looks like Santa Claus, a rejected Santa Claus outfit. It's furry, it's felt, you can feel it, but the head is the plastic hard figure, and it looks nothing like him.
No, it looks like one of the Golden Girls. It's so horrendous looking. Again, I laughed so hard, and I showed the laptop to my partner Eric, and I went, "Do they need this?" And she was like, "Oh, please." It's like, all right.
Why didn't you get it
Just
for
as
yourself?
responsible.
No, you're welcome. What a beautiful gift. You come home from a long trip. You're tired. You're thinking, what do I have to live for? You open up a sardine box and you see it right there in front of you. The reason for your existence, something to take care of, something that needs you.
I'll make you this promise, Elise. If you and James die together and I'm still alive, I will throw that out.
Thank you.
Well, you'll throw it out, Zach, and then it'll show up again. It'll just reappear.
Yeah. I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
Elise, you're welcome. I'm so thrilled for you. Congratulations. What a wonderful friend you must have to think of you on the day that you came back from New York.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I hope that purchase is the difference between you living in where you currently live and an apartment that you would like more. I
Yes,
hope
it was.
Great. Love that for you.
What was the answer? What was the question?
What was the Peanuts? What was the Peanuts comic strip
right.
called?
We haven't even I didn't even get to do a joke answer because we started talking about the stupid Austin Powers doll. It was called Bradbury Heights, and it was about a young spinster living in Maryland. The first issue is her father dies and leaves an inheritance to her.
Is this true? Because it sounds really real, and you're a good liar.
No, he's just making it sound real because he's looking for a joke. That's all.
No, it sounds
That
real
is
to
the
me.
joke.
It's simple,
The joke
AJ.
is that old Chuckster would have written Bradbury Heights and then said, I have another idea too.
I don't get it. Is that a
Bald boy.
reference?
Yeah,
Is
bald
Bradbury
up.
Heights like a Peanuts thing?
No, I just described something that I thought was tonally inconsistent with the
I mean,
person
but
who would have written
see?
Peanuts.
Even his wife believed the lies.
Yeah,
I turned into an old-
I don't know Peanuts very well, so I was like, "Oh, was Bradbury Heights the neighborhood that the kids lived in?" Or I don't know.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a good
that
name.
makes
You should write
sense.
Bradbury Heights.
That makes sense. What if it was about just the adults and it was like the trombone parents?
Mhm.
No one understood what they were saying.
It was like a Melrose Place.
Yeah, maybe that is. It was all in the same universe, but just their whatever that sound was, and everyone was like, "We don't get it. We only see them from the neck down. None of the
Bradbury
dialogue is in
Heights
English."
could be like the sexy adults of the universe.
This week on Bradbury Heights, I'm going to say it's something probably really. It's probably similar to Peanuts. It's like Family Circus, and then he gave that away. But something that's like this isn't quite sticking, but in the same vein. And I can't think of a name. Almonds. I'm just going to go with almonds. Final answer.
Walnuts.
It was called Little Folks.
Oh, by Randy Newman.
And then his syndicate came up with the name Peanuts, which in a 1987 interview, Schultz said was totally ridiculous, has no meaning, is simply confusing, and has no dignity. And I think my humor has dignity.
Wow. This is
He
coming off
hated
of
the
the
name
phrase
Peanuts.
little people. And he
Little
was like,
folks.
this has little folks. This has no dignity.
Yeah.
My publisher.
Wait, no. Wait. So he named it Little Folks. They said we're going to name it Peanuts, and he was pissed off.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. How would he feel about Bradbury Heights?
That's got dignity.
He probably would have wanted that.
Dignity.
He probably would have wanted. You probably are more on his wavelength.
I would agree. Yeah, I feel like I'm the next Charles Schultz.
I think here's I understand the publishers thinking, oh, little folks, how about little peanut? Hey, little peanuts. I get it.
I was related to the Peanut Gallery was what I always like. Hey, it's from the Peanut Gallery. That's what I've always heard is that was the association. It wasn't just a complete non sequitur. But maybe that's a thing that's happened, I don't know, retroactively. But that was what my assumption was. It's like, the Peanut Gallery. They've always got a commentary about something. Maybe their publisher was just drunk and they went, peanuts, and they just yelled that out there. And he was like, that's insane. But he had to go with it because they were cutting the checks. How much do you think you make as a weekly comic illustrator in the news? Like, what are the residuals?
You mean when that was popular? The catch with all of them too is you find out afterwards every one of them lives in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Yeah.
They live in a cabin that doesn't cost anything in a town that doesn't cost anything, and then they messenger boy their drawings that they have to do once a week. So it's probably their overhead is low.
Sounds great, honestly.
Yeah. It's perfect life.
Should we all be cartoonists, guys?
Yes.
Not now. If I was a cartoonist, I would tell one of those really adult stories, like a detective, but you only get 2 panels per week.
Like Prince
Valiant. Tell a detective story that spans years. That's what I would do.
With my luck, I'd make something like Doonesbury.
Oh.
Is that a bad thing?
I hated Doonesbury.
They're all bad. None of them are funny.
I don't know.
The art is grotesque.
I thought the Far Side was funny.
Everyone knows when you're talking about the not funny comics, you're not including Far Side, Zach.
Yeah, Far Side
Everyone
was
knows
exceptional.
that.
But there was never any like Family Circus was like the least funny thing in the world. I never liked the Lockhorns. It was just like, we're old. That's the joke. Although the whole
game we played at the live show was I found 3 Sunday comics and I got rid of the captions and then I had the teams put the captions in. So I had a Ziggy, funny? I had a Garfield, and then I had a Family Circus. And none of them were funny. Everyone was like, oh, well, what was the one that was there before? I go, it doesn't matter. It wasn't funny. So
were the answers
Drawfee
funny?
did amazing. Yeah, Drawfee did amazing.
The answers were hilarious.
Oh, okay. That's
did you guys get For Better or Worse, the comic strip? It was Canadian.
I think so, yeah.
That sounds really familiar. Was it a couple that was,
It was a family, but what it did was it ran from ran from 79 to 2008, and the artist aged the family in real time. Like the family grew older in the comics, like as over the years.
Yeah.
It was kind of sweet. Because I was reading it and when I was reading it, it's like, oh, you're kind of growing up with the kids, you know?
Yeah. I remember thinking it was kind of like the step-by-step of comic book strips where you're kind of like not super invested in it. You're just like, yeah, that's something that's on.
Well, it was very formative for Elise.
When it comes to wine and Sauvignon Blanc in particular, a cat pee-like aroma is often indicative of what?
Cat pee.
Somebody peed on your bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Cat piss in it. Cat piss.
Wine the barrels near some cats.
I don't know. But did you guys notice? Because I felt embarrassed when the guy poured me a little sample of wine at that French restaurant. I don't ever order wine. He poured me a teeny bit and I looked in the glass and went, am I supposed to swirl this around? And he went, yes, sir. You're supposed to swirl it around. And I was like, okay, so
he wasn't French.
Yes, sir. You are supposed to swirl it around.
He wasn't French. And then afterwards you said, are you my waiter?
Are you my daddy? Well, I only got to see the waiter from the nipples down, so I couldn't tell. All I saw was a striped apron, so I had no idea who this man was. Are you my waiter? Can you pick me up? Cat pee? I don't know. It's probably something silly like, yes, it's over 50 years old if it smells of cat urine.
Well, I was going to say something like green grapes were used.
Oh.
But you could tell something about which type of grape it was. And green grapes are cat piss. And red grapes are dog shit.
Oh.
From everything I know about wine, that means it's good.
Yeah. It's like
Cat pee is good.
Yeah, finally it's peaking. I watched the movie Sideways, and then sometimes a bottle of wine will peak, and that's when the cat piss comes out.
Oh.
I feel like there's certain foods that are like
it's like a Catatouille situation where Remy does the food, and then the cat pisses in the wine because he's secretly an expert.
I love that.
Well, your mom's in Spain. She's probably around some pretty good wine. Could you ask her?
Yeah.
Zach. Ask her about that in the McDonald's
There won't
VHSs.
be time. She's already on her way back to find those VHSs.
Yeah, she's got to smell them.
Hold on.
She's covering her nose. My son needs.
Oh, you're not calling her, are you?
He's asking her right now.
Well, it's 9 hours ahead, so she's asleep.
Probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
She's asleep. Also, she's not a fan of this podcast anyway.
No, she's never listened. Well, she listened to the first 10 minutes and said, "This isn't for me.
Yeah,
this is for other moms."
Yeah.
At least she's honest with herself and you.
No,
Go
she
Cubs,
doesn't have to do
Root
that. She just says, "I gave birth to you. You're welcome. I don't have to praise everything you do."
Wow.
Oh, that's cold,
right.
Zach.
Fun conversation.
Yeah, I'm glad she doesn't listen after that. That would be that's rough. Listen,
my mom's take on things is she just says to me because she doesn't like. It's very hard to find a movie that my mom will enjoy. Her thing is, I just don't like what I don't like.
Wow. It sounds like she peaked at the McDonald's days when McDonald's stopped recommending movies to her. She stopped watching films.
Yes.
So
yep.
They got to bring that back.
How much do you think? Well, how many McDonald's movies would you say you have, Zach?
I have Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. I have Field of Dreams, Back to the Future, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Dances with Wolves. I want to say that we did not have Ghost. We rented Ghost when it first came out, and this was a Video Factory copy. So it said if you wanted to buy it, it would be $90.
Why the hell was it $90?
Because that's what movies used to cost when they weren't mass produced. People don't realize how good they have it.
I have a used copy of the Sega Genesis Jurassic Park, and it says $69.99 with a slash through it. Like, that's what it used to go. Like, people don't realize how expensive stuff was. But yeah, there was a period of time where VHSs were extremely rare, and they did cost like $120 to get a VHS. It was wild.
It's crazy. Cat pee means that it's a high quality vintage.
That's right. So I was right. I was right.
We were all right. But also,
what is the chemical explanation for that? Do you know?
Oh,
they just assume.
Let me just check in my computer.
Are you Googling why does my wine smell like cat pee?
Oh, it's a specific molecule.
Well, we know that.
Yeah, it's the cat piss molecule. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
All right, yeah. It's the urea.
If you Google why does my wine smell like cat pee, it just says because it's excellent.
Yeah.
It's a natural sulfur compound, I guess. And
sulfur.
It's often associated with wines from New Zealand. It is frequently described as cat's pee on a gooseberry bush.
I don't know how I feel about
Is
any
it
of
frequently described as that? I don't know if I can't imagine that it is. That sounds like the first time anyone's ever uttered those words together.
Nope. Here's a YouTube compilation of people saying it.
I hope that's true. Better be true. I have no ability to tell what a joke
people
is.
Saying cats pee on a gooseberry bush.
All right, send me that. Ever since that Austin Powers doll showed up, I can't sense irony, so I need to see this video. Also, I know this is not a visual podcast, but you look like you're in a Stephen King movie from the 90s or 80s right now, Zach. You're very beautifully lit. Like your eyes aren't visible. You're covered in a golden hue.
Thank you.
You know how gorgeous. You're welcome. You look like you're about to write a novel and then kill your family.
Oh,
In a good way. In a good way, of course.
How flattering.
In a successful way.
in my Disneyland jacket.
This has been Answer For It, a comedy podcast disguised as a trivia podcast. Thank you so much for listening, for subscribing. We release new episodes Tuesdays and on every podcast platform, as well as YouTube. And we've started releasing some video clips for certain questions on YouTube. So if you want to see us in the flesh and to see this Austin Powers doll in the felt, that's where you can.
Vinyl. Look at that
We have
rubbery
to
little.
figure out how we can do smell-o-vision. We've gotten audio, video. The next sense we need to do is smell. So people can know this podcast smells like cat piss.
Maybe not this one.
We talked about a lot of stanks. Cat pee, McDonald's VHS boxes, that tuna fish soaked or sardine soaked Austin Powers doll from. Oh boy.
Yeah. I am really curious, Zach, if your mom smells those VHS cases, if they smell like fries still.
I don't think odor should stick around that long.
I don't think you should.
Okay. All right. James the contrarian.
I just don't think it wouldn't make me feel very good to know that it's still lingering on the box.
Well, we'll let you know next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Answer For It is an Airwave Media podcast.